Greetings, Otaku Faithful. Thank you for joining me again this week. Once again, it's Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief, and I'm here to bring you all yet again another Sons of Anarchy episode review right here on Otaku Assemble! Weekly, as always, I'm here to bring you the latest in this week's Sons of Anarchy episode review, and this is my review of the Season 5 finale. Now, I'm actually going to keep this review pretty short. Mainly because I don't really have that much to say about the finale. My general thoughts on the episode was first and foremost that it was pretty underwhelming. And what I mean is, it wasn't bad, but I wasn't surprised by anything. With the exception of Otto biting his tongue off. That was some pretty gruesome shit. But other than that, everything else was pretty much, I don't want to say it was expected, but it certainly wasn't shocking or surprising. I mean, if you want to talk about Jax killing Pope, well, Jax setting Pope up the way he did, that wasn't really surprising, especially when you take in consideration the fact that Jax knew, number one, he had to get rid of Pope, and number two, he couldn't go to war with him, so he would have to assassinate him. Okay, well, but we know what would happen if Pope was ever assassinated, which brings in the second part of Jax's plan, setting up Clay. I mean, there's enough evidence throughout the season, especially since, remember, at the beginning of every episode when they say previously on Sons of Anarchy, yeah, they're showing you the scenes that have something to do with something that's going to take place in that episode. You see what I'm saying? I mean, if you just paid attention to all the scenes they showed at the beginning of the finale, at the very beginning, before the episode actually started, you could kind of figure out what was going to happen, because they put it right there for you. So that whole thing, like I said, was it expected? No. But was it surprising? Absolutely not. Let me see, what else happened? Okay. Bobby stepped down as VP, but once again, wasn't surprising. Actually, no, I did expect that to happen. If not this season, then definitely by next season, I expected for Bobby to step down. I did expect that to happen. Yeah, because we just knew Bobby was fed up with everything. So, well, to be fair, I expected Bobby to leave, not so much just step down. I expected him to leave entirely. Let's see. I guess the only thing left to talk about was the thing with Tara. And, well, of course, who called it? That whole thing about Tara trying to leave and she wasn't going to be able to. There it was. And like I said, even her arrest at the end wasn't surprising. The only thing is, who was it that, gave her up for conspiracy? I mean, did that just come solely, entirely from the marshal? Or did Gemma rat her out? Because remember, Gemma threw that threat out there that she, in an attempt to blackmail Tara. Despite the fact that Tara never even, made a move towards leaving. I mean, it's not like Gemma found out, it's not like Tara said a certain date of when she was leaving or anything like that. It's not like Gemma saw her packing. It's not like Tara packed the shit. Anyway, but what I'm saying is, Gemma made the threat. So just the fact that Tara got arrested at the end of the episode, I mean, you can't just entirely rule out that, Gemma wasn't responsible for it. You see what I'm saying? The possibility that Gemma had something to do with that is still plausible. But like I said, I mean, everything else Like I said, it was pretty underwhelming. That's all I can really say. Nothing surprised me. Nothing shocked me, you know. Yeah, that's it. I mean, what else can really be said? Oh, also another thing you got to take in consideration: this season, more than I think any other season, it's this season really does feel like a half season. And when I say a half season, this is what I mean. If you look at this season's finale and then you go back and look at season 4's finale, these are the first 2 seasons, I think, in which the finale did not wrap up every storyline in that season. You see what I'm saying? Because seasons, 1, 2, and 3, they might have cliffhangers, but for the most part, the majority of that season's conflict gets resolved. A lot of what's going on in the season gets resolved. Whereas when you look at season 4 and then this season, there's a lot that's still left open. You see what I'm saying? What's going to happen with Clay? Because Clay is just not going to get snuffed, and then that's going to be it. So what's happening with Clay? What's going to happen with Nero and Gemma? That don't actually have to be wrapped up. The Clay thing, though, the Clay thing still needs to be resolved. The thing with the U.S. Marshal, that still needs to be resolved, and it's pretty obvious that they're setting him up to be, the antagonist for season 6, but that still needs to be resolved. And then the thing with Tara, that's the cliffhanger to end the season. So, like I said, seasons 4 and 5 especially, we're starting to see that trend more and more, where the finale doesn't wrap up everything from the season. They're starting to leave more and more open for you to tune in for the next season. So, but anyway, so like I said, not to make this video too long, I already know I'm pushing like 8 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. I do want to join you. I want to thank you all once again for joining me this week, but also this season, for all of my SOA reviews. And I know a lot of you all are going to be asking, when am I going to do my expectation video for season 6? I'm going to wait until right before season 6 premieres before I do my expectations video. So, just like what I do with my my Game of Thrones expectation videos, when I do those at right before the season, yes, that's when I do those videos, right before the season premiere. So stop fucking asking. Sorry about that. So that's when I'll do my SOA expectation videos too, right before season 6 premieres. Later this week, I'm not ruling out an Arrow review. There is the possibility though that it might be uploaded late. If not late Wednesday, shit, might even be Thursday. And that's just because I have, other stuff. Let's see. Later this weekend, I'll be doing a video about New Orleans Comic-Con, which I attended this past weekend. But I don't know if that'll be in a podcast or in a discussion of the week. It might just be a standalone video without having anything to do with those. And if that's the case, I don't know if I'll do any one of those this week. Anyway, so that's going to do it for this video. I want to thank you all for joining me again this week. And until next time, this has been Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief. I'm signing off until next time. Peace.